I like to see what other people make, so it's always interesting. Like, even if it's not a kind of bike that I would ride, it's really nice when somebody's bike is a reflection of their personality. It's really their creation. Even if they take a bike that's off the shelf, that's a mass-produced bike, but they take some part of it and make it theirs. It's different from every other bike that's made in the same factory.
The most customized objects that I own are my planners, which I take from old books. I strip the bindings on the books and rebind them with new paper and put new lines in. Like, it's got everyone's birthday, and I keep a really, really, really scheduled track of all the things that I do, but I can't just buy a regular planner because it's never exactly what I want, so I always find a really interesting book that I like and turn it into something exactly that I want.
It was more for myself, I would say, because the computer building community is it's very male, gamer dominated, which is not totally my style. So I think it was for myself, really.
Actually, firstly, I thought of motorcycles and customizing bikes, which I never got into. But I'm going to a wedding, and I need to buy a vintage suit or a vintage jacket, and there's a lot of customizing I need to do to make that dress look wonderful, and I won't let it go because I want that dress. So maybe, I know it's called altering, but it really is about making sure that fits me the way I want it to. So, and characteristically. So whether I'm going to change it and cut off the sleeves and do it differently, or am I just gonna pinch it in so it looks really pretty.
I like the feeling of being original, and I like being something that is not like everyone else. I don't like going with the grain. I've always been against the grain since I was a little kid, and I like to kind of stand out on my own.
Yeah, being creative is part of our daily lives. Everything gets customized. Clothes, clothes, handbags, even stuff on the internet. Everything nowadays is customizable.
Usually we find a project in somebody's field or on the side of their house that's been dead for 30 years. And then we take that home and we try to repair what we can that's broke. And then if we can't repair what's done, then we use other parts from different cars.
This one's a lemur head glued onto a Barbie body that I made the clothes for because she was naked.
And this one, I just got a bunch of old toys, cut them up, forgot which ones were which, and so glued them all back together, and happened to be this.
If the shoes don't fit and I really, really like them, I'll put stuff in it to make them fit, so I can at least wear them for an hour. But I think all women do that.
I think it can be whatever you want, but everyone ends up with kind of a unique looking computer because you have to pick out the case, and then there's a really big culture with modding computers and adding lights to them and making all the internal parts match and making them look cool inside too.
By the time I'm done, I'm too in love with them to sell them.
I think sampling is beautiful because everybody samples. Is not one thing that wasn't borrowed from another artist. It's all about innovating. If you're gonna be the inventor, that's great because you got your notoriety from being an innovator. Being an inventor, but innovating is just making it better. Everything in this world has been innovated multiple times. So nothing's wrong with that. I love samples. That's my favorite kind of beats.
Look at how many creative people are out here, and you want to be able to stand out, and you want to express yourself. And tattoos are one of the biggest forms of.
We customize we customize people's skin on a daily basis, actually.
Plus our own. This is what separates us from the next person.
My favorite's called Sarby. She's like a Leia Barbie body with a SpongeBob head.
And when you press the button right here, it's all lights, and so it goes.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So how